Hi everyone. Today we're going to be doing a quick tutorial on components in Figma. Components are super useful because it allows you to create something like a button once and then copy it throughout your design. And if you need to make a change to the button, let's say change the color, you can make the change in the master component and then it is reflected throughout the entire design. So let's dive in and learn about components. So first I have an example. I created a button here. And in order to make this a component, I would just right-hand click, scroll down, and select Create Component. I could also select Control-Alt-K. Another way to create a component, we'll do that for pumpkin options here, that you'll see on the right-hand side in the Properties panel, there is a diamond with 4 little diamonds in it. You can select that, and that will also create a component. You know that something has become a component when the outline changes from blue to purple and you have these little 4 diamonds in a diamond shape. You'll also see this on the left-hand side reflected. I'm actually going to change this to button right here so we can keep track. But you'll see that it's reflected with 4 little diamonds showing you that it's a component. Now, if I want to create a copy of this master component, the way that I can do that is select Alt and then pull the design or pull the option over. And you'll create what's called an instance. So a copy of a component is called an instance. And you'll see this on the layers panel on the left-hand side. You'll see an instance is also purple, but it has a single diamond outline shape. That's telling you that it's an instance. Another way that you can pull these components over is if you go to the Assets panel, you go to the Local Assets, and then you can also pull it from there as well. So I'm just going to put this about right here. I'm going to move this up a little bit. Okay, there we go. So now we have an example of a master component in 2 instances. Now what makes this great is, let's say I put these on here and I want to change the title to orange. So I can just click here on the master component and then select orange and bam. It's orange on the other 2 instances, which makes it super easy to update things. But let's say there are ways that you can make changes to a specific instance once you've copied it over and it doesn't impact the master component or the other instances. So as you can see, this is supposed to be an order size form and this is supposed to be an order color form. So this says pumpkin size. So I want to change this to say color. And I want to change this to be white, orange, and green. And now you can see I've changed the instance, but it's not reflected in the other options. But if I want to revert back, it's really easy to right click and then reset all changes. And then it goes back to looking just like the master component. And if I accidentally delete a master component, I can easily go to one of the instances, right click, and then go to main component and select restore main component. And as you can see now in my components section, the master component is there. I also want to talk about detaching an instance from a master component. So there are limitations on the things that you can change in an instance. You can change color and you can change text, but you can't delete things or resize them. So for example, if I had a pumpkin color or pumpkin size and I only had large or small and I didn't have a medium option, I couldn't delete medium. But what I could do is I could use the instance of the master component and then I could choose to detach the instance, and then it allows me to make more changes. So your master components are, you can see them in your assets panel, you can see them in your layers panel. So there's ways to keep track of them. I also like to create a section where I store my master components when I have a design so I can keep track of them in one place. I think that's always been helpful. They're super useful. And so I hope this was an introduction to components. There's a lot more complexity to them and ways that you can use them, but we'll do that in a future video. Thanks so much for watching.